welcome to my channel. I'm IfyDika. If you're a first-time viewer, a very special welcome to you. On my channel, I talk about health, family, and a little bit of lifestyle. So kindly subscribe if you haven't already, and join me. Let's have fun and learn together. Today, I'll be talking to Maria Yusuf. Maria is my friend, and she's a physician assistant. We're going to talk about miscarriage. Miscarriage is quite sensitive, and my heart goes out to families who have experienced it. So let's go over and join Maria, and she's going to teach us a whole lot. We have a lot to learn, so let's go. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Ify. It's nice to see you. Well, I'm fine.
Anyway, you introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Maria Yusuf, and I'm a physician assistant. And I'll be talking about miscarriage today and some of the causes of miscarriage, the myth that surround miscarriage, because you'll be surprised how many misconceptions regarding miscarriage. And also we'll be talking about the stigmatization that has been placed against the women who have had a miscarriage. So that's it's basically.
When miscarriage came to mind, you were the one that came to my mind because you wrote it in your final year. I was like, who else is a prof here if not Maria?
And you're right.
Anyway, let's just dive right into it. Miscarriage is also known as spontaneous abortion, and it occurs about 20 weeks less than before week 20 of pregnancy. So, and then usually the people don't really know whether it's what you did or what you did not do that caused it, but there are different risks and signs. So
factors.
What are signs that could show that one is about to get miscarriage?
Okay, so basically the first sign of miscarriage would be vaginal bleeding, and it's usually heavy. Okay, so not to make a lot of pregnant women a bit alarmed, because it's normal for some of them to have light bleeding during the first trimester of pregnancy. That's actually normal. But in the case of miscarriage, it's usually heavy bleeding, and it comes with clots. So you see blood clots, like large clots, not too large. And also it's accompanied by a lower abdominal cramp and also a back pain they feel, and it usually exceeds a week. So that's basically the signs of miscarriages.
Okay. Are there any risk factors?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are. Okay, so some of the common risk factors that that would lead a woman to have a miscarriage is maternal age. So that's the first thing, because it has been proven that the risk for a woman to get a miscarriage usually is about 20% if she's 35, and it doubles almost every 5 years. So because the woman produces the progesterone, and the amount of progesterone which is produced actually decreases with age as she advances. So it won't be able to help keep her baby perfectly. So it might lead to miscarriages. So that's one, maternal age. And also you have other common risk factors for basically everything, like smoking, alcohol, and caffeine. When I talk about caffeine, so you talk about products that actually contains caffeine. I know if I say this, someone might beat me. Coke. Coke contains caffeine. So it's better for a woman to just stay off some of these risk factors that could lead to her getting a miscarriage. Okay,
you mentioned progesterone. I'm trying to make this in as simple so that people who don't know what it is, would be able to understand. So what is progesterone? Just something simple.
Okay, so progesterone is the female hormone which helps to keep the integrity of a pregnancy. So that's basically it. Yeah.
Okay. So earlier on, you also said there are a lot of myths that accompany this miscarriage thing. So,
Yeah.
can you name some of these myths and then like tell us what actually happens instead of the myths?
Okay. Okay. You would actually be surprised because there are lots of things that some people, especially here in Africa, we've grown up to have that in our head that, oh, this is what actually causes miscarriages. Like when you hear that an individual has had a miscarriage, the first thing that comes to your mind is like, what did she do? Like it's probably her fault, you get. So and then you ask yourself, maybe she was promiscuous during her youth, or maybe she did abortions. That's kind of the myth that surrounds like a lot of women, and so it builds that kind of guilt in them when they actually experience miscarriages. They be like, oh, I've done something. So some of them, you'll be shocked if I tell you that majority of people think stress is closely associated with a woman having miscarriage, but that's not true because the research has shown that it's inconclusive. So we have stress, we have lifting of heavy objects, we have intense exercises. So some of these things, so people actually think when, or maybe she was really stressed during her pregnancy and that's why she had miscarriages. Because if we should say stress is attributed to having a miscarriage, then we would say all the women out there who go through physical stress, maybe they're hawking bread, they're trying to get by day-to-day activities, then they should have miscarriages. But you find them, even the ones that are heavily pregnant, and they carry their baby to term without any complications. So stress, lifting of heavy objects are not closely associated with miscarriages. But we can say those things can affect a pregnancy if the woman is not in a healthy state. So you see some women, they tell them, oh, you need to have a bed rest. So that could actually lead to miscarriage, but not in a healthy pregnancy. It's not conclusive. Yeah.
So from what you mentioned now, so those things could not cause, those myths cannot cause one having a miscarriage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now these own myths, they cause women to be stigmatized.
Yeah.
So in what manner do you see women being stigmatized with miscarriage?
Yeah. So here in Africa, so some of the things that could actually put a stigma on a woman who has had a miscarriage. The first thing, that sense where people think, oh, she was probably doing stupid things when she was a lot younger. So maybe she had like multiple abortions, and that actually led to that. And also exactly. I know, right? And some people think, like especially in Africa, some people categorize the number of kids a woman was able to carry to term as her being, that important, which shouldn't be the case. And some people do not understand that most miscarriages, like a vast majority of miscarriages which occurs, is usually due to a chromosomal abnormality. Okay, so chromosomes are like the genetic building blocks, and they help in the formation of these children in the womb. So most of the pregnancy loss, the miscarriages which occurs in the first trimester, that's the first 12 weeks, are usually due to a chromosome abnormality. So the body has its own way of getting rid of these pregnancies, so they don't grow up to have like probably 2 heads, 2 hands, something like that. So the body itself gets rid of them. So some people do not understand that actually happens. So they blame themselves for the cause of the miscarriage, and it's really traumatizing for them.
Okay, and speaking about this mid-strip stigmatization, I know someone who actually had a miscarriage, and it was really traumatizing. for her, and she had to start to think, is it my past that caused this, and then she also started to, in a way, feel like she had to also stay strong for her child because she already had a child. And so at the same time going through that pain, she was also trying to stay strong, which I can't even imagine as being easy, because
exactly.
And she was also grateful that her husband was also, staying strong for her, because he also felt the pain of
really important.
Losing a child. So, but he was staying strong for her, and that strength from her husband, strengthened her the more to also stay strong for her child. So I feel like it's always a good thing for women not to feel bad that, okay, this happened, because some women also feel that if they've had a miscarriage, they might not be able to have children again, which I think that's also a myth,
Which
and
no, it's not true.
Yeah. So it's good, and it would be nice if there's like more awareness that, okay, if this happens to you, that does not mean you can't have children. That does not mean there's anything wrong with you. That does not mean you're cursed or God is paying you back for your sins of, what you did.
Village people.
Or village people. Yeah, true.
I do, right?
So
the most important thing about helping individuals who have had a miscarriage is having a support group. And one of the problems we have in Africa is that we do not have such support groups. Like, you go into a hospital and then the doctor tells you straight up, okay, you've had a miscarriage, so just take this medication, have your bed rest. And they don't tell you what miscarriages are. They don't tell you what actually happened. They don't tell you it's exactly. So it's really annoying, and it worsens the way they feel, because they go home thinking, oh my God, I probably did something. Or maybe the doctor actually asks, okay, so what were you doing during your pregnancy? Even if he wasn't directing it towards that part. So it creates that kind of idea in their head. So I think it's really important for the doctors who are managing women who have experienced the miscarriage to actually educate them on issues about miscarriages. Because if a woman does not have enough information about such problem, it will actually add to her emotional trauma, because she has to know why it happened. Is she the only one experiencing it? And how to get through the phase, and also educates the family members also, because men do grieve the loss of a pregnancy. Some people don't think they do, but they do grieve the loss of a pregnancy. So it's important for them to, educate them in order to provide such support for these women, and let them know that they're not the only ones experiencing miscarriages. Because one of the myths surrounding miscarriage is that some people think it's not common, but it's really, really, really common. They say in every 8 pregnancy, one woman must have had a miscarriage at least once in her life. So it's really common. So educating people about this, when they know about this, it helps them through the phase of miscarriages, which is really important.
Okay. Well, that's about it. And wow, it's really, really been insightful. But are there any extra things you'd like to add, maybe in conclusion?
Okay, basically, I would like to say in conclusion to the women out there who have had a miscarriage or who are going through the phase of miscarriage, not to think they have done something wrong, because even the people who have done a researches about miscarriages, they say some of the things that actually cause miscarriages were not found. It might just be physiological. Maybe the body was just trying to get rid of some of this bad formation of a baby who wasn't formed properly. So I would like to tell women not to put it in their head that they did something wrong, or maybe because of the way they dressed, maybe because of the lifting of some object, or because of the stress they went through, and that was what actually caused the miscarriage, which is not true. So I would like to encourage them to go on with their life, and they don't have to wait up to 3 months. That's another myth. You don't have to wait that long to try again for another pregnancy. You can do it right away.
Yeah, I did not know that. Because I was thinking that you have to like, wait for like a while longer and let everything just clear. Okay.
No. It's only if the woman has gone through a surgical procedure and they tell you, okay, wait maybe a month or something, but they advise you the next cycle you're having, do it. Get pregnant again.
Or at least
you don't have to
you're
wait.
ready, because some may not be ready psychologically.
Yes. So when you're ready, you feel you're ready, just do it. So that's it.
Okay, I would also like to add that, people stop the stigmatization. Because and a way to help is if you get yourself more aware of the process. Because when people are educated, then they know that, okay, this is the fact and this is the myth. Then they can stop stigmatizing women that have had miscarriages.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been really great, talking to you about this, Maria.
I do.
And really, after a long time, we've actually seen or talked. This has been nice.
It's really nice. We should do this more often.
Definitely, we should. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ify.
All right, I'll catch you another time when we talk.
All right.
Bye.
Thank
you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to SLCS. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to share. And I'll catch you guys some other time. Bye.